has ever had fear in their business? And who here has ever had any doubt that, are you good enough? Do you know enough?
The imposter syndrome.
What is it?
The imposter syndrome.
The imposter syndrome. Well, I'm going to share today how those are actually part of creation and that they're not bad or wrong to feel those feelings. I'm Michelle Melendez. I'm the author of the best-selling and double award-winning book, End Dieting Hell. And I founded Women Being Fit in 2001, back in 2001. And I became a weight loss specialist in 2009. So I'm going to share first how I found this information. Would that be okay? So I became a weight loss specialist in 2009, and I started seeing my clients lose weight with me really easily, but then they'd gain it back. Has anybody ever done that? Yo-yoed with your weight or know anybody who's done that? Well, I made it a personal mission to find out why. Because I thought I was doing my clients a disservice if they could lose weight with me, but they couldn't keep it off. I didn't think that was right. I didn't think that was fair to them to hire me as a professional, and they lost the weight, but they couldn't keep it off. So I wanted to know why that was. And I didn't find the answer in the fitness industry, and I didn't find it in dieting. I actually found it in the biology of the body and in quantum physics, which I'm going to share a little bit about what that means and how we actually are using that every day. You cannot actually not use the 7 universal laws that I'm going to share with you today. So, the number one reason why you struggle with weight, and I'm going to use weight because that's my specialty, but this could be anything. This could be money, this could be relationships, this could be success in your business. The number one reason why you struggle year after year is because the body is actually emotionally conditioned to the feeling of struggling with your weight or struggling with whatever issue that you have. It actually feels normal for you to struggle. You know the self-talk very well. You know the conversation in your mind. You know the feeling in your body that happens when you are challenged with this one issue. Whether it's money or relationships, oh, here I am with this guy, again, the same guy, whatever the story is. The feelings in your body become conditioned, and I say addicted, to the 70 to 100 trillion cells in your body. Let's just breathe into that for a minute. The cells in your body talk to your brain. Just like the brain sends signals into the body does the same thing. In fact, the heart does the same thing as well. So the heart and the body are continuously talking to your mind. In fact, the body and the heart are actually sending more signals to your brain than your brain is sending to your body. This is why a woman will go her entire life struggling with her weight, even though she knows what to do. She knows what to do. She knows the diet. She knows the exercise. But her body is literally emotionally conditioned to staying stuck. Frustrated that she can't lose weight. Not feeling good enough. Feeling like there's something wrong with her. Feeling like why can't I get this right? And it's not because she doesn't know what to do. It's because her body is literally conditioned to keep her in that cycle. And the great thing about this is that the body actually knows how to run you so that you don't have to remember who you are every single day. That's why this happens. It's like when you first learn how to drive a car, you don't have to get in the car again and learn how to drive it. What actually is happening is you're checked out in your mind thinking about whatever you need to think about for the day. Your body is driving the car. Isn't that great? That's why you don't have to learn how to drive the car every single day or learn how to brush your teeth or tie your shoes. It's because your body literally does it. And that's great if that's what you want. But if you've struggled with a challenge in your life for most of your life, it's because your body has literally holds trauma from something back in the past that literally broke your heart, that now keeps you repeating the cycle of I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, or whatever story it is that's playing in your mind. Is this coming across? How's this feeling? Yeah, lots of nods. So I'm going to share with you the 3 things that you must shift in order to become the change leader that you already are. And these actually come from the 7 universal laws of the universe, which are your energy centers of your body. The 7 universal laws are inside of your body. You're actually using these laws right now as I speak. In fact, the frequency that you're actually holding right now is not actually coming from your thoughts. It's actually coming from your body and your heart. And that's emanating out into the field. Now, I'm going to talk about this field because this field of empty space is not empty. This is like water that we cannot see. So when you are in this empty space and you're having a thought, the very first universal law is mentalism. And for those of you who don't have flyers or handouts, I have some up here if somebody wants to come in and grab them for the people in the back. There's also a button and a little bracelet that says, I am always taken care of. So when you're having a thought, the very first universal law is actually your 7th energy center. It's the 7th chakra. It's mentalism. It's your thoughts. And here's the thing. If you are someone who wants to be successful in your business, are you thinking from the mind of a successful woman? Or are you thinking from the mind of a woman who wants to be successful? Those are two different things. So I'll say it again. Is your mind, are you thinking thoughts from a successful woman? Or are you thinking thoughts from a woman who wants to be successful? And those are very different vibrational frequencies in your mind. So when you're going through space and you're walking through a room or walking wherever, your mind is literally sending out signals. In fact, if any of you were to move seats, that signal, it has a frequency in the space. This is where the observer effect comes in. Has anybody heard about the observer effect and the scientific experiment that happened? Well, so what happened in this scientific experiment, they had one result. And then when scientists actually observed the experiment, they had a different result. And the reason was not just because the scientist was looking, but it was because the field, the energy that scientist was putting out was affecting the space. And that's why not only will it affect that space by that one scientist, if another scientist come in, it will affect it differently. So each and every one of you sitting in this space right now is creating a certain frequency in the room. And if you were to move, it would change. If you were to get up and leave, it would change. If somebody new would come in, it would change the field. So the reason why this is important is because you have to know that the thoughts you're thinking, if they're coming from a childhood that was scarcity, felt a lot of scarcity growing up, and now you're having a thought of you're fearful about the bills, that frequency is emanating out from your thoughts. So that's why I ask you, are you thinking from the mind of a successful woman who is running your business the way you want it to be run, or are you thinking from someone who wants that success? And that's going to shift everything for you. So what I want you to do is I want you to write on your paper actually, let's close our eyes first. Go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to imagine one thing that you really want in your business or in your life. One thing that you're just like, oh, I would love that. And now I want you to imagine it's 5 years in the future. And that has already happened. And you're already living that goal. In fact, you've been living that goal for the past 5 years. It is ingrained in your body. It is actually a memorized frequency in your body. It's how your body knows how to run you now. That has been your norm for the past 5 years. And I want you to ask your brain, what is one message you want from me from this mind? From this mind, what do you want to tell me? From this mind, what's a message that I can have today? From this mind of already living this dream for the past 5 years, what is the message for me today? And trust that that first message is the right one for you. And then go ahead and open your eyes. And write that down if you so choose. And I can't remember what time I'm supposed to end. Does anybody know? 2:15. Okay, thank you. So just checking my time. All right. The second universal law is your sixth energy center, which is your pineal gland, which is your third eye. So there's a reason why you have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils. And it's right on the top of your head near your third eye. And, well, first of all, this third energy center, this third second universal law is called correspondence. It's correspondence. And it means whatever is corresponding outside of you in your life is just a reflection of what you're thinking. And the reason why you have 2 eyes and 2 nostrils and 2 ears is because you have to see both the negative and the positive side of your life to see who you are. You can't just see the positive to know who you are. You also have to see the negative. There's a reason why there's negative feelings. There's a reason why there's negative things that happen. Let me give you an example. I do one-on-one sessions with people so that they can learn about me and learn about the work I do. And this one woman wasn't there. When I got on our session, she wasn't there. And so at first I was like really annoyed. I was like, because that doesn't happen very often. And I was like, why didn't she show up? She could have at least emailed me, and I had the story, and then I'm like, pause. So it took me down the rabbit hole a little bit, and I'm like, hey, Michelle, you are completely responsible for your life. You are completely responsible for this woman not showing up on this session. What are you thinking about that had her not show up? And I was thinking, I didn't have time to do this session. I had to get ready for this conference, and I had all these things to do, and I didn't have time, and my heart wasn't in holding space for this new woman to come into my business. And I was like, okay, thank you, universe, for that insight. So whatever is happening outside, whether it be positive or negative, is not good or bad, or even right or wrong. It's just showing you what it is you're thinking. And that's the second law. And so I want you to kind of think about your life right now and think, even if something negative is happening, can you look at that situation without making it wrong? Can you look at it without making it bad? Can you look at it with a curiosity eye and go, what am I thinking that's creating that? And you're welcome to write that down or not, but that's something to kind of look at. The fifth law, the fifth universal law, is vibration. Everything in the entire universe is vibration and is magnetic. That's why there's always a positive and a negative. The vibrational frequency comes from your throat chakra, because when you're speaking, it's actually a vibrational frequency. Third law. Yes, we're going down, so it's 765. Fifth, it's actually the fifth energy center of your body, but it's the third law. So it's the fifth energy center of your body going from the root chakra up, but it's actually the third law because we actually go down. Thank you for that. It's vibration. The vibration of your words, the vibrational frequency. And not only the vibrational frequency, but the clarity of your words and how you're speaking. Are you speaking in a powerful way? Or are you speaking in kind of self-doubt, kind of meek? And we're actually going to do this one together in a moment. I'm going to have you guys stand because I know it's after lunch. So it's always good to move a little bit after you eat. So let me give you an example. If I stood here and I said, I'm strong. I am strong. It's kind of meek, kind of self-doubt. And then if I stood here and I said, I am strong. That you can feel the vibration. Well, that goes out into the field. So one of my dreams for myself and for my business is I am helping 1,000 women live in a body that they love. And it's one of my visions for myself. And so I want you to all stand, and I want you to think of one vision you have for yourself or for your business. It doesn't matter what it is. And I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And on 3, we're going to say together, and this is going to be kind of chaos, organized chaos. And you're going to say, I am, and then you stand for, you say what it is that you are ready to bring in and manifest in your life. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I am helping 1,000 women live in a body they love. Yes. Bring it out there and go ahead and have a seat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So first, how did that feel? How did that feel? Has anybody said that out loud yet before, one of your goals? Yeah. So speaking it out into the field, not only with the words, but the power of the words, sends a frequency out into the space. The fourth universal law, which is the fourth energy center of the body, which is your heart. Here's what you want to know about your heart. Your heart was the very first organ that was created in your body when you were conceived. It started beating before you were born. Your heart is 100 times more powerful than your brain. Your heart is 5,000 times more magnetic than your brain. This means that by you sitting here, is actually the energy is coming from you is mostly coming from your heart than is coming from your mind. So another reason for, if you've had a lot of trauma, if something happened in the past that didn't leave you feeling good about yourself, this is, again, I go toward weight, because that's the specialty that I work in, didn't feel good about yourself, feeling ashamed of your body, and something literally broke your heart, that feeling does stay in the body until you acknowledge it and you accept it. Here's the thing with most people, especially most women, especially with this time in history, this time is the time of awakening. And what that means is that we are awakening to who we are. There's a spiritual path, but it's a spiritual path toward understanding who you are in the world with everything you've experienced in your entire life. And what if you let that be okay? What if everything you experience in your life you didn't judge as right or wrong or good or bad? If you just let it be okay that it was part of your life experience, wouldn't that have a different feeling in your body, or would that? So we're going to close our eyes again, and I want you to visualize your life like you're looking at a movie, like you're watching a movie and it's not you. Go from when you were born all the way up until now, and just visualize your life and see all of the trials, all of the trauma and drama, and all the happy times. And visualize it like it's happened to someone else. How would you feel about that woman? And you can throw out some words. How would you feel about that woman who experienced your life if it wasn't you? Inspired. Proud.
I believe in her.
Believe in her. Courageous. Would anybody have any compassion? Yeah. Some compassion, some empathy. Yeah. So go ahead and open your eyes. When you look at your life from a third-person perspective, and you let go of the making things wrong or right or good or bad, it lets you have more compassion in your heart for who you are. The Buddha said, you, more than anyone in the entire universe, deserves your love and affection. And when you feel that in your heart, you can actually start to create, it actually starts to emanate out a different vibrational frequency in the field rather than being a victim of what happened in your past. Yeah, thank you. So when I first learned this, it blew my mind because I'm a daughter of an alcoholic who committed suicide in 2004. My mother was bipolar. And I had a lot of anger. I used to be addicted. My body was literally always addicted to anger. I was always mad. And I'll never forget the time when I learned this work and I was like, I don't have to be a victim or be angry about what happened. I can see that as this is my journey in this human life at this time in history, and how has that created who I am? You know, when my father committed suicide, I was living in LA, and I had just moved there, really wasn't doing what I liked to do. It brought me home to my mom. And then I ended up moving to San Luis Obispo, which I got a job in a gym that I loved. And then I went to San Jose State, and there was nothing else I wanted to do but teach fitness. And when I got out of school, I looked at the career fair and I thought, there's nothing here I want to do, so I started my own business. And I don't know if that path would have happened. And the negative things in your life are there to actually move you into doing something. Oh, I thought that was one of you guys. I was like, good, yes. I know. So the next universal law comes from your solar plexus, which is cause and effect. Everything that is an effect in your life, this is the law of responsibility, of taking responsibility for your life. Bless you. And so, again, like I said, no longer the victim in your life and no longer blaming other people. And when you do that, how does that feel in your body? If you were to look at your life and you were to say, okay, I'm not going to blame anybody anymore. I'm not going to make this right or wrong or good or bad. It's called being equanimous to what has happened in your life and just experience it as an experience. What feelings does that leave you with? Light. Freedom. That's exactly it. Freedom. Yeah, lightness, freedom, peace. I call it peace. Because the work that I do is actually about bringing in freedom and peace versus constantly making yourself wrong. My number one message is there's nothing wrong with you and there's nothing to fix. There's actually just emotional expansion through your life journey that moves you to peace and freedom. That's all why we're here. It's an emotional expansion journey moving us forward. So go ahead and stand up one more time. And we're actually going to shake our body. This is something that I do for my clients who, if you get stuck in an emotion that you're just like, how do I shake this? That's what we do. We shake. So we're going to shake. I'm going to time us, and we're going to shake for 1 minute. And this is going to feel like a long time, but this is really 1 minute. So ready? Go ahead. I just want you to shake your body. And I want you to shake like there's a dog on you. Shake your leg, shake your hands, and shake your butt. And now go ahead and turn around. Go ahead and turn around as you shake. Keep on shaking. Keep on shaking. Go the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way. 1 minute. 1 minute. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. All right, that's 30 seconds. We'll call that good. So I want you to go ahead and wipe it down. Wipe it down like you're wiping. Your hands are a towel. All the way to the earth. Give it to the earth because she can take it. We love you, Mother Earth. We love you, Mother Hawaii. Now the back. Do your back. Do your lower back. all the way down the booty, all the way down the back of the legs, and give it to Mother Earth. And open up your hands. How do you feel? That was 30 seconds. It wasn't even a minute. And that just shifted that shifted not only the energy in the space, but everybody's vibrational energy in their body. So now I want you to think about one thing that brings you joy. And as you sit down, let that feeling emanate throughout the cells of your body. That one thing that brings you joy. So I want to go back to the heart. Go ahead and have a seat. Oh, I was like, I was forgetting one thing. I forgot the heart energy center. This is rhythm. Can't believe I forgot this one. Rhythm is super importante. Tell somebody this is super important. Tell your neighbor, super important. Because rhythm is actually connected to time. Who here would like to manifest things in their life a lot more quickly? That actually comes from the rhythm of your heart. So glad I looked at my notes. It actually comes from the rhythm of your heart. It's like somebody who has a lot of passion and they're excited about something and they're just like, yeah, you notice how things come to them more easily. It's because the rhythm of their heart is more like this. They're in passion, they're in flow. If you don't have a lot of rhythm, a lot of energy in your body, and you're just like, kind of like, oh, do, and your rhythm might be a little bit like this, and you're kind of tired, maybe you take a nap, and then you're wondering you want something, but it's not coming, because the rhythm of your heart is actually connected to time. And if you're really excited, you're actually able to pull things magnetize to you a lot more quickly. And if you don't have a lot of energy in the body, it actually is going to take a lot longer for things to manifest in your life. So what you want to do is you want to energize your body, like with that 1 minute exercise, that 1 minute shake, or taking a walk, or some type of exercise. I do a trampoline if I don't have time to do, or actually not even if I don't have time, because I teach online fitness classes. But I usually jump on my trampoline for 10, 20 minutes at night, and that shakes the body. It shakes my body out, and it raises the vibrational energy in the body. So you want to be eating in a way that livens up the body, and you want to be doing exercises that keep the energy high in your body. And then, if you're thinking from the mindset of a successful woman and speaking the words from that successful woman, and you're feeling that energy, that higher vibrational energy, more opportunities are going to come, and you won't even know how. All of a sudden, somebody's going to find you from somewhere and maybe have you interview you for something. You won't even know how they find you. But that's actually a universal law, is the rhythm of your body, the rhythm of your heart. So kind of check in with your day, this last week. What was the rhythm of your heart, of your body? Was it really energetic? Was it like, yeah? Or was it a little bit low? And maybe think about one thing that you can do. It can be this 30-second practice of shaking your body and then getting into something that you're grateful for, something that brings you joy. That's a higher vibrational frequency. That right there will actually start to help you manifest things a lot more quickly. Someone say, that's super cool. Super cool. Yeah. I love that. And the one more thing about rhythm is the harmony. The harmony means the harmony of your life, the harmony of your body, the harmony of your feelings. It means you're not ignoring your feelings. As women, sometimes, let me say myself for sure, I used to love to ignore my feelings. Oh no, I'm not feeling that. When my parents were getting their second divorce, because they married twice, they said, my mom told me, we're getting another divorce. And I said, oh, who cares? And then I walked in, because I didn't want to act like I cared. And then I walked into the bathroom and I cried. And I didn't come out for I don't even know how long, but then because it just was so much. But the rhythm of your heart, your feelings are actually telling you about yourself. And that's why you can't ignore them. And if you ignore them, that's when emotions can get stuck in your body. And that's when you will repeat a cycle that doesn't honor you and doesn't bring you what you want. So for me, I was always kind of afraid. I didn't want to feel that. That was uncomfortable. I didn't want people to think I was weak. And so now what I do is I let myself feel it, and I actually talk to the feeling. What do you want me to know? If I'm angry, what is that? Okay, I'm feeling it here. And I'll get angry, and I'll literally stomp and jump up and down and yell in my car. And then I'll ask, after I can breathe, what do you want me to know? And that's when insights come about my own journey of either the next step I need to take or a healing that I needed to have. So again, when you acknowledge your feelings, acknowledge who you are, your life journey, and full self-acceptance, not making it right or wrong or good or bad. And this goes into the next energy center of the body, which is it's called polarity. This is polarity, and please put negative and positive. Yeah.
Is this law number 6?
Yes. Law number 6. Thank you very much. Polarity is really important. Like I said earlier, that negative and positive, there's nothing bad or wrong with negative. We actually need negative feelings because it moves us forward. It actually has movement. You take the hit and then you look at it. It's like the wheel of a train. The wheel of a train would not go around if it didn't go down. It couldn't come back up again. If you're going to jump, the first things that you have to do is squat and come down, and then you're able to have the momentum to jump up. That's why negative is there. So the negative feelings or whatever negative thing is happening in your life, it's there to move you forward, not to keep you stuck. There's nothing to fear about it, and there's nothing to make wrong about it. If you look at it from an equanimous feeling of not right or wrong or good or bad, and you take the hit. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to yell, yell. And if you're afraid, feel that feeling and then ask it, what's the message here? What do I need to do to move forward? And that will actually be the catalyst to catapult you to the next step, either in your business or relationship or whatever it is that you need. Someone say, I'm not looking at my negative feelings as bad anymore. And then give somebody a high five and say, oh yeah. or fist bump. Or fist bump. That's cool too. I never do that. Yeah. The last thing I want to share about that is that polarity is that polarity again gives you a different perspective of who you are. You see, life is not just about living and mortgages and family. It's about, like I said earlier, it's about exploration of emotional expansion of who you are. And everything in your life is a reflection of, it's showing you something about yourself from a new perspective so that you can actually start to see who you are in the world. If you're afraid, who are you in this sphere? So it's showing you different things about yourself. And then the very last universal law is generation. We are all generators. We are all creators. We cannot not be creators. The universe is constantly expanding, and we are expanding ourselves emotionally and creating things. So when you let the positive and the negative sides of you, if you accept them as part of your life, you can actually create from them. Like the nail polish lady. It's like this guy was like, oh, dude, I saw this lady on this plane and she was doing her nails on the plane and it looked really, I want to create something that helps with that. This is what it's about. So it's the whatever you love, whatever your passion is, it's not a mistake. And the last thing I want to share with you before I go into the 3 shifts, which kind of bring all these together, is that you are not it's not an accident you're here. Your personality, all of your quirkiness, all the things you love and don't like, all the things that you're afraid of or you have passions about, your exact personality is not an accident. The probability of you being born is 1 in 400 trillion. That's like, the Buddhists talk about it like this. It's like if you were to throw a life preserver in the ocean somewhere, and there's 1 turtle in the entire ocean, and on its very first try, it comes out of the water and its head goes right through the life preserver. That's the possibility and probability that you would be born you with your personality exactly who you are. It's that insane of a number. So you're supposed to be here at this time in history. We are the change leaders. And the 3 shifts, in fact, tell somebody, I'm meant to be here, sister. Yeah. Because you are, yeah. Okay. So I have about 7 minutes, 3 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that. So the last thing I want to share are the 3 shifts. The 3 shifts that bring this all together. The first one is trust your journey. Trust yourself. Trust your life journey is not a mistake. Trust that you have a desire to do your business, and trust that the steps that you need to take will come when they need to come. Trust yourself. And the next one is let your fear or your doubt be the catalyst that helps change, that helps you create more change. Let it be part of the process of your change. Don't disregard it as not important. It is there to tell you something about yourself. It will tell you messages if you ask. It will give you messages if you ask. And the last one is to connect daily with your heart, because your heart, but your heart is badass. It seriously is so powerful. It's incredible. It's more incredibly powerful. In fact, the one thing I forgot to share about the heart is that the heart is actually connects to source of all things. It connects to this empty space, like I said earlier, is not empty. This empty space is the probability of infinite possibilities in your life. This empty space holds infinite possibilities of who you can become. That's why it's constantly listening to you, because it's going, oh, she wants that. Oh, she wants that. Infinite possibilities. And the heart is connected to this field. They did this scientific experiment where they had people sitting, and they would show them either pictures that were really horrible and really sad, or pictures that were really beautiful and really loving. And the heart knew which picture was going to come up before it was up. I can't remember how many seconds. I don't know if anybody knows that scientific experiment, but it was seconds before the picture was shown. The heart knew which one it was going to be. This is why if you ask your heart something, and it'll give you an answer like that. The very first answer is the answer. If you're thinking about it, that's not your heart, that's coming from your mind. So the third shift, for you to be the change leader that you already are, trust your heart and get in connection with your heart daily. Connect with her. She's there to guide you. And she's so powerful. You're emanating energy right now as you're sitting in these seats from your heart more than your thoughts. So connect with her. Talk to her. She wants to talk to you. Tell somebody, I'm so glad I came. High five. I'm so glad you came too. So like I said, I founded Women Being Fit. I have an online fitness community of women. And what I did was, one of my dreams was to film workouts around the world with positive affirmations. So I've gone to Bali and Australia, and each place I go, there's a theme The Australia ones was creating more self-love and confidence. And if you come over to my booth and give me your card, I'll give you one of the workouts from that. It's super sweet. I filmed it in Margaret River, and it's all about self-confidence while you work out. It's a 20-minute workout with positive affirmations to bring in more self-confidence. I have a Be Fit with Love online program, and it's $1 for 14 days to try it out. And then for LAM ladies, it's only $17 a month. It's usually $34. So if you're a LAM lady and you want to do an online fitness, you don't have to go to a gym, or just do something really quickly at your house that tones your body and lifts your mood with positive affirmations, let me know you're a LAM lady and I will give you that discount. And then the last thing is that I do a program called End Dieting Hell to Live in a Body You Love. What that program does is it completely breaks down who you think you are in the world, and it gives you a whole new perspective of how to see yourself and how to live your life. And we just had one call, and one of the members wrote in the Facebook forum that she says, I can't believe how different I'm feeling about my anxiety. And she's lived with anxiety most of her life. So that program, usually women go into that who've struggled with their weight most of their life, who don't feel good enough, who feel like there's something wrong with them, something to fix. And that program completely gives them a whole new perspective of who they are in the world.
What's the name of your book?
It's called End Dieting Hell, How to Find Peace in Your Body and Release the Weight. This goes over some of the work we talked about today. This goes over the emotional conditioning patterns in your body. This is not just for weight loss. I actually sent this to one of my assistants in a VA in overseas somewhere, I can't remember, for him to read it. And he was like, I can't believe what your book has done for me, because he doesn't need to lose weight. So it's more about emotional conditioning. So but it's called End Dieting Hell, How to Live in a Body You Love and Release the Weight. And it won second place in the Living Now Book Award competition and third place finalist in the American Book Fest. And it's up for 2 more awards. So, thank you so much. Woo, 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 woo. So last thing, go ahead and stand up. We'll do this last thing. This is what I do at the end of all of my workouts. Put your hands on your heart. Repeat after me. I trust my life journey. I let fear move me forward. I create a loving relationship with my heart. Give somebody a high five and say, you're amazing.